I have been trying for the better part of 2 years to figure out a good video to make about Has-Been Hotel. The problem is that everything I could think of had already been done, and a lot better than I ever could. From Lucifer's depression being a perfect sequel to Paradise Lost, to the shockingly accurate occult representation Hell of a Boss. However, my research did bring me back to my old classic, Dante's Inferno, and a problem I've had with this book ever since I first read it in high school. So now, here's Dante's greatest mistake in his Divine Comedy. In Canto 34, at the very end, in the center of the ninth circle of treachery, Dante finally meets Lucifer. This version of Satan is a massive giant, entombed in a lake of ice, with 3 monstrous heads. And each of his heads are the 3 worst sinners, the 3 worst traitors. Judas Iscariot, who betrayed Jesus to a Pharisee, and Brutus and Cassius, who murdered Julius Caesar. This always bothered me. While Judas is explicitly given the worst punishment, is the murder of Caesar really not only the worst treason, so that 2 men are given that punishment? Worse, this lost the clear parallel to the ninth circle itself. As a quick overview, in Inferno, each of the circles of hell are divided into a different crime, and several of these are subdivided. The ninth level of treason is divided into 4 sections, named after their chief sinner. Cana, for traitors of family, named after Cain, son of Adam, the first murderer. Antenora, for traitors of country, named after Antenor of Troy, who aided the Greeks in the sack of his own city. Ptolemaea, for traitors of hospitality, after Ptolemy, son of Abubus, who killed his father-in-law at the dinner in the Book of Maccabees. And then Judeca, for traitors of God, after the Iscariot. Now, this put Dante in a pickle, as clearly Lucifer must have 3 heads, as an infernal parallel of the Holy Trinity. So if only 3 traitors are going to be chewed for eternity, one of the 4 must be omitted. Now, I think that if he did it properly, Dante should have dropped Canto 33 and Ptolemaea completely, and renamed Antenora to Bruteca. Then, with only 3 realms in the ninth circle, the sinners in the worst torment would be Judas, Brutus, and Cain. Alternatively, we could keep the realms as they are, and have Cain, Antenor, and Ptolemy in Satan's mouths, and have Lucifer himself represent the traitors of God. Personally, I like this better, as it preserves the trust of Xenia, and it also acknowledges that no matter what human failures have occurred, the fall of the angels is the greatest sin of all. Besides, Judas was a chosen apostle. I think it would have been more fitting if we had met him in purgatory, still trying after 1500 years to cleanse the sin of pride that had caused him to try and push God's hand. Certainly, putting him in paradise would not have gone over well, but clearly Judas repented of his crimes, and he certainly believed in Jesus' power. If he was allowed to be redeemed even slightly, it would send a powerful message. But I'm getting on a tangent. Either solution would have worked, but the problem as the Inferno stands is that the murder of Caesar is so great a crime that 2 men are punished in the greatest position of all history. And that doesn't hold, either in the history or the book as it's written. But anyway, thanks for listening to my rant about a book 500 years old. And thanks for listening, y'all.